Okay, would you explain to me again what you said about that sign tonight?
That's where they had the meeting for this afternoon.
It was scheduled for that. They had the agenda sign posted.
Sign posted for this afternoon.
And then this sign here.
This sign came up all of a sudden.
All of a sudden they brought this sign up.
And they did not notify the citizens in time.
Oh my goodness. So that's a straight violation of the law. Yeah. Thank you very much. What's your name?
Meigs.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you.
They all told me no, they were not going to open it because Mr. Moga told them not to open it for me. And they were
now she going home. They over there to her house. She going home now. If both customers coming on out,
how you doing?
How you doing? Good.
I'm doing good.
your people customer coming
If the
on
mayor
out to
asked
this meeting.
the police to open the door, he should have opened the door.
That's right.
You asked the chief of police?
I asked the sergeant to open it. He said that he was told by the councilman, Mr. Moga, not to open the door for me.
And who is Ms. Moga?
Mr. Moga is the city manager, the city clerk.
Okay.
City clerk.
Thank you.
Basically. And the next thing on the list is the new business, but I want to amend the agenda with the approval of the council because there were some things that were not added to the agenda due to Mr. Moga denying people the right to have their voice heard. So I want to go ahead and amend the minutes and allow Officer Rawls a chance to be heard. And also there are some things on that I need to address that I wasn't given the opportunity to address. So can we motion to amend the minutes, the new business?
First of all, we need to vote on the old business. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but on the GBR grant thing, both to approve that.
Okay. So I'll offer a motion to, somebody gonna make it? Motion has been, it's been motioned and approved, second and approved. Or do we vote? Y'all wanna vote? Y'all, you seconded, right?
She said,
Oh, you did?
I'm motion, she said, Ms. Garcia's going to say.
Okay, it's been motion and second. Is everybody in favor, letting me know by the word aye?
Aye.
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Thank you. Okay. Well, like I said, Officer Rawls was supposed to take the Tahoe down, get it appraised, and we were all supposed to get together on what we want to do with it. Like I said, it's already been done, the Tahoe's been sold. Like I said, I have had nothing to do with any of the decisions or anything, so I'm gonna put okay, this is what I want to ask. When are y'all gonna start letting me in on some of the arrangements and some of the meetings, because I've not been in a meeting yet.
So are y'all gonna
How can I do anything if y'all don't allow me to?
What I'm saying is in the minutes, we said that night, the last meeting, we said
That was the after school program.
That's right.
They're talking about something
In the last meeting, we, the council, and you, we went together and said it and voted on it. So, and it's down here for March the 12th, for you to go to that meeting, you did not go?
I spoke with the owner, to Mr. Donnell Green myself, but after we discussed that, then I haven't heard anything else about what we were gonna do going forward.
But she said March the 12th for the meeting.
But we're
Right
ready
here. It was in the minutes.
It was in the minutes.
It's in the minutes right here now, look at it.
We discussed it.
Okay.
Anybody that wanted to go March 12th.
Oh, to the recreation in Thomasville. So the reason why it's out of my mind, because we had said we were gonna do something with our kids here. But we've decided on something with Ms. Babbitt.
Decided on anything, so.
Don't decide on anything, they just meeting and discuss all that.
Okay, so only thing we have now is for April the 12th, from 2 to 6, to have something at the park.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so can we get a tentative meeting so that I can be let in on it, of when the next recreation meeting is gonna be?
When Ms. Stevie is gonna call me back and, wasn't doing stuff, we're gonna call to set up that meeting. I
asked Mr. Moga to get a statement and get a definite total of what we got in the bank. And is that on here? But this doesn't really jive with the 2013.
You didn't have that money at that time. That is your budget. This is an amended budget so that you're not written up when the state auditor comes.
Okay, so whenever
So we
you,
have to take money from one department and put it in another department to balance the 2013 budget.
but this budget
My
still,
street department had no money in it. It had nothing budgeted, but there was money to the street department. So we had to balance the budget for 2013 so that the auditor can come in. This is done all the time. In government, the budget fluctuates.
right, they fluctuate, but out of 3 months, we haven't had a chance to give us a living budget, like what we're actually working on.
Y'all adopted 2012, but we had to get 2013 adjusted in order to pass the state office.
So 2013 had been balanced all out.
And there's the auditor's intentions of if y'all approve this budget. And we work on it, bring them.
Okay, well, I just hate that I have to bring this up in the council meeting because I don't get any cooperation. And that's my thing. I didn't know anything about the amended budget until I got my packet.
We'll have order.
City manager gonna attend. Okay.
That's the right way you want to talk to me, because I told you tell me so.
Everybody out.
Right, go ahead. Oh, y'all might welcome, I be heard, I can be heard. Oh,
Okay, so there are some eggs over in the back.
We'll look at it, because we've not, y'all think you were counting it on the
That's my favorite. So you don't have to say it. Hey. Well, that's him. She's using his name. I'm going to ask that you don't use my family's name.
Well, okay, when you were in there on that Saturday.
That's been so long ago. No, we're not finished. Well, we don't have to go. If y'all want to stay in here, because from this point on, we need to be something. Nobody's staying here. I don't think this is right. But y'all don't have to go because this is not right. Y'all can go ahead and voice your opinion. What we got to do are y'all as citizens got to stick together.
I've never seen a city council meeting operate like this
I don't
before.
understand how we allow the city attorney to control our meetings. They already, see, all of this was done without my say so. He's not even our attorney. That's not an attorney.
He sent somebody in every time. Because you went to this meeting Saturday, and this is why he sent him, because he don't want to answer your question. It's the reason that he didn't come. That's right.
He already know what it is. He's doing double duty. But if I find out that he's at another council meeting and he can't be here, get rid of him. we need to have somebody that can represent us.
That's right.
Because Mr. Coleman, Attorney Coleman, is representing a lot of cities that was mentioned in the training on the weekend. So it's like double duty. He can't be with us for being everywhere else, but the money still rolls to his firm.
Right.
You know, we hired him. I don't even know that man's name.
We should ask Tommy Coleman, the attorney, to step down. We don't need him. He's a good man, but he's all of him. We need someone out of Thomas County attorneys, you know, and that's one thing. But I'm asking for the firing of the city manager. She doesn't live here.
Right.
And she's you can't get anything, you know. I got a secretary that's doing several Open Records Act under Georgia that I'm going to give her, and we're going to see where she's going to go from there. But I'm not satisfied with the way it's going, and I see most of you are.
No,
it's not right.
We're not satisfied. She don't give us any
But I mean,
satisfaction.
when the mayor is in charge, the mayor's an elected high official.
Amen. Amen.
Isn't that right? Yes, sir. She's a high official. And they should give her respect. She won by a fair election, and they should give her respect whether they like her or not. But they turn around and get up and walk out and leave all us in here with a lot of questions that we'd like to ask.
Okay, so what's that telling us?
You get in trouble.
We didn't talk about Chief Rawls. When do we get to talk about that? That was the agenda.
Yeah.
That's why they left out.
Right.
He's
Exactly.
been in here 22 years. When everybody else left, he was here.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who came and who went.
That's right.
He was here.
He lives here.
He lives
And his
here.
family.
And he's been fair. Now everybody on that council member know him. You know him. So why are you taking sides with somebody else when you know what he do? He's a good police officer.
And I brought that to their attention. That's what they
But
don't
it's
like.
okay.
I brought it to their attention. I said, this man was here when we had nobody. When everybody else had resigned, he was here. I said, we ought to at least give the man a fair chance to appeal to the council like we allowed Renee. They told me that on reading the letter, he was terminated for a Georgia at will state. Okay, I terminated Renee Boyd on those same grounds.
Okay,
She
what
wasn't
is
even here but a
that?
month.
What is Georgia at will
Georgia at
state?
will, they can fire you. You don't have to have a reason to fire them.
They can,
But if you get a lawyer, they got to have a reason for it.
Okay, y'all. Officer or Deputy McCoy says that if we're going to be in here, we got to sit down and have some
There's nothing wrong with sitting here asking questions and resolving your issues and your problems. As long as we do it in an orderly, decent, mature fashion. It seems like the one's going to be left out of here right now. Goes for everybody. You got an issue, bring it up, raise your hand, stand up and let it decide.
They walked out. The council and the staff.
Oh, no, I said what I said to you.
order me if I
Stand up, raise your hand, we'll address it. Are you on the council?
This chief been for 28 years.
You're the chief.
No, he was.
28 years.
Anybody else got a question?
I'd just like to say that, right quick, I've started a watchdog community concerned citizens. What it's going to do is these councilmen that don't want to do their job,
That's it. Get rid of
we
him.
need to let them resign.
Right. So how do we go about that? How do we go about get them off?
We can petition enough, we got enough people, we petition the councilmen that don't want to do their job, back up, I mean, we just had.
All four of them.
Yeah, and we can monitor the spending of the money they doing.
That's a shame.
I want to tell you what.
Y'all, but this is
Madam Mayor knows
this is what's
nothing.
going on. This is the cooperation I get.
Mayor,
This is it.
we want to reinstate our chief. We want our chief back.
And that's why they left out. Exactly, because I was gonna ask that he be reinstated, and that's why I wanted the minutes amended. They know that I was gonna do that. But let me tell y'all, on this thing right here, they didn't really want me coming up in here, because they got me for a criminal trespassing warning over there just because I was trying to listen to the minutes. And then Dorothy comes up in my face and put her folder up in my face really close. But nothing was done to her. But they get me for a criminal trespassing warning just because I'm trying to talk to the council members. And I can't help because Renee walks out every time I'm getting ready to say something, but you know, I can't be a mayor with this kind of cooperation. So I'm just gonna, I've just gotta do what I gotta do.
Can we help raise some money, get you a private lawyer or do something?
Yeah, we need to do something.
We'll come up with some money and get you a private lawyer.
I'm going in the morning, right?
I went into City Hall and I asked to be on the agenda. The city manager, or whatever she is, she says, what do you want to talk about? I said, I want to talk about Officer Ross being fired, the chief. She says, that's personal. You can't talk about that. I said, well, are you going to let me be on the agenda, Tom? And Renee, the other clerk, says, you want me to take care of him? I'm like,
Oh my God.
I'm like, and the city manager says, you trying to start an argument? I said, no, I just want to speak at the council. My right, First Amendment. Our rights, our civil rights. They violate our civil rights when they don't let us get on the agenda, when they don't let us speak. And we all try to do it in an orderly fashion. And it's not right. Everybody, that's what we're electing for. Hey, we want to say, we want to come up and say, well, this or that ditch down there is not right, the road's not right, so-and-so's not doing his job. Can y'all look into it or something like that? Well,
And it looks as if though this is the mayor's office, and they seem to be.
This is the only place they get right now.
And they are changing the lock. Go ahead, brother Tim. What you? Go ahead.
Yeah, they won't let her in the other offices. They throw her out over there.
Right.
And they put her in this office over here. And now they're changing the locks on it. And now where she can't get in there.
Wow.
Now they canceled the meeting tonight.
Yeah.
At the last minute. And
have you ever seen anything like this before, man?
I never. They arrested the mayor, though.
Yeah, I heard about that.
For that disorderly conduct.
Yeah. What did she do? You know?
I don't know, but disorderly conduct might be.
Anything. That's right. Anything.
It's a catch-22.
Right.
Unless you start cussing somebody or threatening violence or something, that's different. But Linda ain't done nothing. Linda did not do nothing.
Why are you rating the state officials like the Secretary of State and the Attorney General and the governor? I mean, they got the same problems in Gordon, Georgia.
I don't know why we can't get no help. I tell you, I never
seen nothing like this before.
Mr. Willie Charles, how you doing?
Yeah, he doing his job.
Don't take it personal, bro. We
How you doing,
understand.
Mr. Willie Charles?
That's right. I'm doing my job.
We know, we got you.
I hope you find a better one because you're a better man than this. You're a good guy. And you need to do that. You need to show you're a good man. You're much better than this, Mr. Willie Charles. Much better. I know it, but he's still a better man.
And we can't under Governor Nathan Deal, Secretary of State Brian P. Kemp, Attorney General Sam Olens. I just can't understand. Nobody in the state of Georgia will come down. And what are they waiting? Are they waiting for people to get violent? It seems like that might be what they're waiting on.
I don't know what they're waiting on either.
What do you think about this? You ever seen this before? What do you think about this?
I've never seen this in my life.
But what do you think about the mayor being arrested?
I'm shocked. I'm appalled. I'm embarrassed for Meigs. I love this place. I mean, this is a good place. And the people here are good.
But had you ever seen this before?
Never.
Never.
Never. And I've lived in the city majority of my life, and I still haven't seen it. Still haven't seen it. I'm very embarrassed for Meigs. I'm embarrassed at the personnel, the people, and how they're putting people in bad positions.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
He told him to walk out and walked out.
That's why she bringing him in here. That's why she bringing him in here.
He must have seen his name.
That's why she bringing him in here. That's why.
He seen the last name.
It was more than him.
And they can't stop nobody from laughing. You got it right.
You can't sell down, right?
I don't know. That's why she bring them all in. That's why. Don't want no black folks. Them that don't want to do right, they need to get them up there. They need to get rid of every damn thing from up here. All of them. The guys are supposed to be bringing people up. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. They need to just get rid of them. They need to get rid of Marsha don't need to be back in damn me. They need to get rid of that woman up there. They need to get rid of her and Renee. They were about to Trump in there. She sure did. Looking like a wild hawk. The council member need to get rid of her and her. Now them council members need to get rid of that shit, man. They need to get that shit over there.
Sign petition. They don't want to leave.
Meigs ain't never been like this. So ain't is it? He ain't never been like that. Until we got these roads and trenches in here. I pay taxes. I ain't never been like this here. I'm telling you, ain't never been like this here. I'm born and raised here. No, you ain't never been able to speak up for yourself. Every time they try to damn block. They need to just get rid of them. That's what they need to do. Make me make it. All I would need to get myself on camera. You ain't do nobody take the money like she did that over there in damn food. That's why she can't get a girl up my way the money at nothing.
Kill, Cooley, you try to kill me, but they don't have, I ain't gonna pay my water bill, nothing but like that.
How big is it?
Yeah, there's a 4-inch or 2.
No, sir. It was 6 inches.
Good, man.
6 inches? Okay, okay, then, so what we did, we run 6 inches, one line down the road. Then they hooked it up from there. That boat there 6 inches. Huh? See what they do.
Ready Dawn, I think last name Dawn. First name Larry, I believe.
And so that was
They know what they're doing. They need to send that woman back. They know what they're doing. And they need to get rid of Renee too.
Everything in there.
They need to, how you make her get mad? She made it herself. She ain't never turned in her application for a job, but she won't give it to them. Renee. Okay, and how is they get paid? They ain't turned their application in.
Let me see what Uncle Lady talking about.
Tell you what, I'll tell you what's wrong. We can't go back in, y'all.
I got two. That's the president of the Thomas County NAACP. We have her here today. Thank you for being here, sister. And we can see the NAACP is at least in a representative. They are here to hear a little bit of what's going on. And let me ask you another. It's two questions I want to ask you. Number one, you said something about you being, who was arrested out here? Something you said about out here, y'all were doing something. What, you explain that for me?
My brother and I was sitting right here, which is 111. This is the street.
Okay.
My brother was parked right here on his work truck. I came from work, I pulled up right here behind him. My sister was talking to one of the
citizens on the other side of the street.
When you say your sister, who's that?
The mayor.
The mayor. Okay, all right, go ahead. Thank you.
The post office is right there. I was going to go to the post office and retrieve our mail.
Yes, sir.
We all has the same post office box.
Yes.
But once I seen her with the mail in her hand, I continued to speak with my brother.
Yes. And what's his name?
Edward Easton.
Has he ever been in any trouble with law enforcement before?
No, not something serious, you know.
I'm not with the city or nothing. No kind of problem. Okay, go ahead.
And while we were sitting here, we seen the city, what you call her, the administrator or whatever she.
What's her name? You know her name?
Marsha DeMoga.
Okay.
And her and Willie Charles Williams pulls up. He gets out the truck and he opens the door so she can go in. 3 minutes later, the police officer, Drew, came around, he went inside. So at that point, my brother and I was still standing there. So he came up, gave me my mail. We talked for a few seconds. And then he left, I left, my sister left. Friday afternoon, I got off from work and I was washing my truck. I heard my brother says that she got a warrant for my arrest. So I'm like, I know that is not what I just heard. So I walked across the street and I asked my brother, who took the warrant out of you? He said, Marsha DeMoga. I said, why did she take out a warrant on you? He said, she didn't just take a warrant on me, she took one on you too. So I'm like, for what? And so he commenced to telling me this criminal trespassing and what have you, and we need to turn ourselves in at least about 10 o'clock. And so this is when we found out we was being arrested. I mean, we had a warrant.
So you were arrested?
Yes.
Well, who was this man arrested at one of the public meetings? Who was he? There was somebody they escorted out of the meeting a few weeks ago. Who was he?
That was my brother. That was Edward Easton. And they're saying that he can't come into the council meeting because he would be trespassing.
So you're saying that he have been denied the right to attend a public meeting? Have they discontinued where he don't have to pay taxes anymore?
No.
He still pay taxes?
Pay taxes. And this lady, Marsha DeMoga, doesn't even live here. My sister...
I hear that a lot. Wait a minute, I hear that a lot. Now, what you mean by she don't live here?
Marsha DeMoga, which is the city clerk, city administrator, which the councils awarded her all the mayor's administrative powers, which they say that that's something that she can do. Okay, I don't see how that the mayor can hire someone and can't fire them. Okay, and on top of that, now that since she's hired her, they're turned their back on her.
Okay.
And
go ahead.
And now they are terrorizing her.
Okay. Let me ask you one other question. Do you see an end of the tunnel for all of this? Do you see any daylight?
It needs to be, but at this point, until the mayor gain control or get some kind of control of our city, I don't see anything happening.
Do you think she should be forced to get control, or do you think that somebody in the state of Georgia should step in and ensure under our form of government everybody has a boss? So it seems like somebody ought to come in here and straighten this out. Because after all, the people here probably think it's just Meigs, but they got the same thing in Gordon, Georgia, Davisboro, Georgia, Dawson, Georgia got some problems, and other mayors have called me, and so it seems like this is a pattern in practice, and there's maybe other people need to come in and look into this situation.
Yes, I do. I feel like it should be someone out there that knows the city charter and the form of government that we're under that can come in and at least give some kind of advice to the mayor. Everyone that the mayor tries to reach and try to find out what's going on and how can she find out what can she do about the situation. Everybody tells her that she has to have an attorney. Okay. And just as well as...
Well, okay, let's bring it into a close. Let's close it out now. But I really want you to respond to, I keep forgetting his name, the white brother. He talked about asphalt, and they made it seem as if, though, the council members on both ends seemed to believe that he didn't have any justification for complaining about asphalt going down, and the city did not violate any law. What do you think about that?
Well, the thing about that is they're talking about the washout. When it rained and when it's cold and it froze, all the pipes burst. Well, the water ran down her way, but did not wash out her driveway. It washed out the drain pipe, but they put the asphalt in her yard, in her church yard ground, and didn't fix the drain pipe. Now, to this day, that drain pipe still needs some asphalt there.
Well, my question to you is, how do you know what you're saying is true?
Because I work for the city of Meigs, and I know that's what they done, and she pretty much said that they did that because the washout, the water washed out of her parking lot. But that's not true. The water washed down to the drain and washed the drain out. They put the rock there for whatever purpose they, feel like they put it there for. I feel like for bribery.
Well, can I ask you another question? Why do you feel, this is the Ghetto Free Press, I'm on East Marshall Street. You have heard an individual here in Meigs to talk about something with somebody. What would you talk about at council meeting? Then show us what you're talking about. What you say at council meeting?
This is private property. This is a church, one of the council. This rock here is been paid for by the city of Meigs, and we can't go on private property. I work for the city of Meigs, which I was dismissed, and this rock is very expensive. Been poured on private property. Here's the drain where it should have been poured, but they didn't pour it on the hole that it should have been in. It's a washout. It's not a washout, it's private property. Should have never gone there. And this is something that I feel like is bribery. I feel like they've done this to vote against my sister, which is the mayor.
And what's her name again?
Linda Harris is the mayor. And this is something that we can't do. Can't go on private property.
Well, this is not the city manager's church, is it?
This is one of the council members.
Oh, this is a council member church. And is that the name of the church that I'm looking at? Is that the name of the church?
Yes, Church Unusual.
So you think that may be a conflict of interest? It may make people act a certain way and vote a certain way?
Very much so. And she told Madam Mayor that if the council vote one way, then she's gonna have to vote that way also.
All right, and what's your name again, my brother?
My name is Calvin Eason, and I work for the city of Meigs, but I was terminated by Marsha DeMoga, which now is the city city manager, / whatever she called herself to be.
All right, thank you very much. And you say this is pretty near, what company did this come from?
Scrubs Construction.
Scrubs Construction, okay. Thank you very much, thank you very much. Thank you. It's on you, brother, what's up?
Here we are again. More of the taxpayers' money is being dispersed on private property, which we don't supposed to be putting gravel on private property, spending the city, the taxpayers' money. This gravel that we got, two churches that we was talking on earlier, last month or this month. But this is something that the city can't do, and this is what I call bribery. The guy that owns this he's very prejudiced.
When you say prejudice, what do you mean?
He's prejudiced, and the only thing he wants is the blacks to live in his place and collect the money. He don't care about them. They don't care how this place has been on caretaker. But this gravel here is some of the same gravel that the city paid for the churches. Okay. And all of this is bright.
Okay. Thank you very much. What's your name again, brother?
Calvin Eason.
Thank you, brother, man.
Okay, thank you.
Once again, I was up there at the what's supposed to be a city council meeting, and the brother, the white individual, what's his name, the brother told, what's his name, the white guy?
Jimmy Layton.
He referred me down here.
Used to be the chief.
This is the Ghetto Free Press, and I'm George Boston Rhymes out of Valdosta, but I'm in Meigs, Georgia. And what I'm trying to do is to highlight what is going on over here with the mayor, Linda, her brother. Am I correct? Correct. And what happened to you at the meeting the other night, my brother?
Well, I just asked a question, and at the time I asked a question, 5 minutes later, I laughed, and then the police come start kicking me out of the meeting.
Okay. And were you given this document, something, this is heard, but was you given a document like this?
I was given a document just like this.
Okay, and is it not labeled at the top, Meigs Police Department, and subparagraph, trespass warning?
Yes.
Okay, hold your point right there. Did you receive one of these as well?
Yes, I did.
When was yours issued?
Mine was issued about 3 o'clock that afternoon, well, actually about 1 o'clock that afternoon. After I went in, looking at the bills just like the other council members were doing, but I gave the council member time to look at the bills, and I was questioning the Councilman LaVon Gassett about the training that we were in, and they tried to trigger me and make me raise my voice. I guess I have to speak with a soft tone at all times, unless, or either they'll consider it hostile.
So what did this piece of paper mean to you? What restrictions did it place on you?
They told me that I couldn't come to 2013 or 1006 East Depot Street, and that's the city hall.
So this, if it's legal, then this is the legal document that would accompany your trespass warning. Am I correct?
Yes.
If this restricted you, would not this be the document that restricted you?
Yes.
And did they let you back in the meeting, or did they tell you that you could not go back in the meeting?
They told me I couldn't go.
Okay, that means that
if I went on city property, I'll be arrested
for violating
the trespass.
Thank you very much. Now, I am in Meigs, Georgia. I am from Valdosta, but I am in the state of Georgia, and I am in the United States of America in God's world. Now, you have just heard what they said. Did you not? Secretary of State Brian P. Kemp, Georgia Attorney General, the state of Governor Nathan Deal, Eric Holder of the Justice Department. Did you not just hear him and her? Now, if you heard them, have I not been saying to you all for over 300 days that the Lowndes County Sheriff Prine put me under a criminal trespass? Yet they didn't give me this form. They didn't give me nothing look like this form. They didn't give me a damn thing. And I have said to you all over and over again that as a retired military veteran, it is disgraceful to all active duty members that wear the uniform. And if they did this to me because I recorded what I record and following the death of Kendrick Johnson at Lowndes County High School, which I'm going to continue to record, why haven't somebody said something to me about my constitutional rights being denied? Not in Russia, not in China, not in Afghanistan or Pakistan or any other third world communist nation. But let me say one other thing before I close. Now, do you all believe me? I told you that many of our boys and girls in the black community have been given these damn things, and they hadn't violated no law. And then y'all say we black folks are criminals. Poor white folks are criminals. It's not that they are criminals, it's that you have another agenda. But God, through his love and his power, just let me connect up with these two people. They're not the only ones. There are others in Valdosta that has been given a criminal trespass, but they didn't get this document. Now, Governor Nathan Deal, Eric Holden, Georgia Attorney General, may I ask you an intelligent question? May I ask you an intelligent question? How can Thomas County have this document for the people they give a trespass warning to, but Lowndes County, Georgia, don't have it, or they didn't give it to me, and others they didn't give it to? So is Georgia a state of laws, or is it that they just do what they want to do based on the Dred Scott decision of 1857 that was approved by the United States Supreme Court, which said that no black man had any rights that a white man had to respect? And they returned Dred Scott. Dred Scott was not a slave, but they put that Negro right back under slave under that law. Is that what you all trying to do again? Oh, it's not going to work. Look here, we in Meigs, Georgia. The battle had just begun. I just got out of a meeting. I was called over here, and here I am. The Ghetto Free Press, I'm pressing it to the minds of the people, because ignorance will destroy us, but information can save us. My beautiful brother, keep on in the fight, my beautiful brother. You said you was a man among men. You proved that last night by not getting Rudy after they had given you this, and it's recorded. The whole world is going to see what you did to get this trespass warning. And it wasn't nothing because there was other people in the audience who made more noise than you, my brother.
Right.
And Jesus said in Galatians 6 and 7, for God is not mocked, for whatsoever a man sow, that shall he also reap. And St. John 8:32 says, and you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set and make you free. Keep living truth, brother, you'll be set free. Without truth, there can be no freedom. My beautiful mayor, my beautiful black angel, God bless you. Thank you so much. And one day, the God of our salvation will make you victorious because it is written. And as it is written, so shall it be done.
Amen.
And all the church would say, Amen. Amen. Thank you so much. This is the Ghetto Free Press. Bye-bye, we're gone.
My signature's not nowhere.
It ain't.
Once again, this is the Ghetto Free Press. I just thought I'd get a copy. There's no social securities or not, names or nothing on the other social security. But this is a Meigs Police Department trespass warning. And it is very strange because I'm told one person say they signed it, another person say they didn't sign it. Who in the hell know what's going on here? But once again, I told y'all this is the state of Georgia. People make laws and they abolish them when they get ready. You elect the mayor and then they tell you, they say, you ain't really the mayor, you just a play mayor. Well, y'all, we better wake up in the state of Georgia. You better wake up, y'all. Once again, the Ghetto Free Press, doing what we do because this is your right to know. And what if your child picked up for trespass warning, taken to the Lowndes County Jail? Bye-bye, we go.
have a letter here from Mayor to Mayor and Council. For the last 15 years, retired Army Ranger Art Silsby and volunteers with Main Street Gordon have placed over 500 American flags each year on the graves of veterans. This year, there will be no American flags placed on these graves. Once more, due to the financial situation that has been placed on Main Street Gordon by the city of Gordon, no American flags could be purchased. To the families of all these fallen soldiers, we say thank you for the service of your loved ones. Memorial Day is a day to remember all these fallen soldiers, and that we will do. Chairman of the board, Ms. Day. So, this is May 20th. So, we will go there.
Now, he is still the chairman of the board, though. He's no longer Better Hometown Director, but he's still the chairman of Gordon Main Street, Better Hometown, whatever it's going on. Main Street Board.
I have a question. Why the city don't have any money? Why going that sometime?
Why, we didn't pay them until the check deal and got the bill.
Oh, okay, that's what I wanted to ask.
Yes, ma'am.
Is it because the check? Yeah, I was looking at the check and I was holding it for a while because that's what I wanted to see. I wanted to ask questions about it. And it's because the check hadn't been given to them.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I think we need to go and give them a check so we can't, All right, we go right along. Committee reports from the police. You have anything?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this approach, we discussed about $500 police information account.
Can you explain it to me?
I've already, I don't know where the letter is
I
now.
didn't bring it, I left it in my car. Do you have one?
I think I got one, got mine, like, for the district, back there.
Chief, normally do you come to those counties to get your money to be?
No, sir, I have a line item in my budget.
Right.
It's police information, and, I'm allotted at $2,000 per year. What I do is, when I need it at the time, I'll present it to the mayor and clerk.
If you don't have
Ask the mayor that we need
So that's what I'm saying.
That we need X amount of money out of this account. I need your permission to get a check signed and printed.
But you don't have funds for account.
No, sir.
That's what I'm saying, you never been there before. Why are we altering so much when it comes to the finances right now? We know what the procedures are, why can't we follow those procedures? Give him the money. If that's the procedure that he knows to follow, I got you.
That's just a letter request ahead of time. I mean, before I just would either verbally and.
But you did it the way you normally do.
I did it the way I normally do. I usually verbally say it, and then tomorrow we put it in writing and date it. And I sign it, Chef sign it, and then the mayor gives the approval to get the check.
And the money is in there because it's a line item on your budget.
Yes, sir. I only have $750 left in it.
Got it.
This fiscal year.
So, when we need to sign that?
All I need is just for you to give the clerk permission
Grant.
to cut the check for $500.
Granted.
Thank you.
You see the problem here? You didn't see the problem. The mayor has to give permission for all the checks, all the invoices. You don't see the problem?
What I tell you, I really believe I see what's going on is that with the situation going on with money, and I'm going to be honest with you, and the statement was made that we were taking the money, she's covering her butt, so to speak. So if she's in doubt, she should inquire as to the funds being distributed. And I can understand that. I don't think it's so much that she's trying to figure out where every little dollar is going, but if she's unsure, then she's doing the right step to ask questions. But some questions we make it actually settle without bringing them before council is what I'm trying to say.
All right, thank you. Next is from Fire, Councilman Eddie.
Everything's doing good. We had a fire just a minute ago out on the Fall Line Freeway. A shoulder transportation truck caught fire, and I hope I'll be able to submit a bill within $250. Get a check from for that.
Water, Sewer, Sanitation, Councilman Small. Finance, Councilman Reed.
Yeah, finance, everybody know how I stand, know how I feel, and I change my stance towards that note. And I also like to say, going back, speaking on the lead once and some of the to say that we did make the motion to get an alternative point so we can begin this transition process, and we need that done. Because we did vote on that. So do you have anybody that we could possibly?
I do.
See that?
That's what I'll do. What I'll do is, I have a story. Y'all want the name tonight? Y'all want the name tonight? Well, we'll just table that. We have, no, when I say, excuse me, what I'm saying is I do have someone in mind.
Whoever we know.
I can let you all know tonight as soon as I make the phone call. Okay. Make the phone call. I'll let you all know. Excuse me,
I want to address, Mayor, can I say one more thing? I want to address the fact, and I'm not ashamed to address the gap actually orders while we didn't get it. On my personal level, I don't trust it. That's me. I'm speaking for me. Because when I get a lawsuit for this city and my name in there, and Mr. Boone said I talked to him, blah, 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 and he only presented one side, I got a side too. Now, I know what transpired with some conversations we had. I'm speaking on my side. I cannot work with people I don't trust. In 19 years, I have never called to ask any legal advice. Now we get these calls, get legal advice. Everything we say to get the information to move the city forward is thrown against us. It's open meeting violation. You shouldn't have done it. You harassed us. I have not harassed anybody. That's not my name. And I don't appreciate reading in a lawsuit, you harass somebody. Why not get my side before you do the lawsuit? You're an attorney that represents the city, not half of it. And I don't appreciate that. That's my standard, that I cannot work with people that I cannot trust.
thank you. Streets, Council Whipple.
It's the same.
Are there any more? If not, go ahead.
On this article deal, I think maybe the next council meeting, we maybe go into executive session and the council, we can talk about that. Now, the only thing I ever heard or know about that article is what little bit come across this paper right here. I think it's read these up on it and everything. I think we ought to do an executive session. And then he seems to know more than some of us do, more than I do anyway. Then maybe we can understand what's going on.
I have no problem with the council.
We accept that.
And if you want to, we can go a step further. The article will be more than happy to come to shed light on what's going on.
Excuse me, please. Order. I have here, and I want to clarify this. I'd like to clarify this as citizens to be heard. It was stated before. You all, this is our city, your city.
Right, it's supposed to be ours, not just yours.
Which is thank you. Write down what I've said again. This is our town, and our city is not mine alone. It's yours. It's all of ours. It's not black, and it's not white. Whether you choose to believe it or not, whether you choose to believe it or not, everyone has a right as council to ask questions, but in a professional and dignified manner. You can't just walk up in DASF and just demand from the president. You have to go through protocol on any job. Any job, people. You don't walk into, just because you walk in, you do get groceries. You don't walk in the police station and demand that you see the chief. Excuse me. As I said, we are a dignified, sophisticated people. This town is not to be, and it's not going to be, as long as I'm there, continuously looked upon as a town of disrespect. Now, you all can act disrespectful, but that's on you. When I do business for my entire life, I've worked professionally, I've traveled throughout the US of A. And I come home to Gordon, and they always used the slogan, if you live in Gordon, you be home now. We like to keep it like that. This is our town. This is what we want to make a better hometown. You all have a voice. And yes, in a very respectful and dignified manner. I hope if you're doing this here, that you don't go home treating your children that way, because that's total disrespect. So I ask that when we come to these meetings, that we maintain order, as Mr. Mixon has already brought out and spoken in layman's terms. This is the reason we can't get insurance, because of your actions. People. We are here to respect each other. So that's what we'll do. And I thank you for coming out, and I hope you will come again. At this end, do I have a motion?
I make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
This ends another public meeting in the state of Georgia. We must realize that Meigs, Georgia, and some of the other cities are having the same problems. I have never seen this in any city council in my lifetime. Yet, the governor and others seem uninterested, in my opinion, based upon what mayors are telling me. And I think it's time for a change in the way city governments are conducted in the state of Georgia.